Hello, so I've recently done enough dungeons to make my way up to Catacombs level 28. This has made me unlock basically all of the dungeon dragon sets, except for Superior, and I've unlocked most of the weapons in here, and just almost everything. But one thing especially that I've unlocked is the dungeon Yeti sword. Now, that is what I'm going to be covering today. So, just by looking at the sword's base stats, the stats look really good. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can obtain a sword, then I'm going to show some gameplay with the sword, showing how much damage I can actually do with it. It's quite a lot. And then I'm going to say if the sword is worth it, and will it be good in the future. So, to obtain the Yeti sword has absolutely nothing to do with dungeons. It's actually a recipe from the Jerry Workshop update which came out last year in December. Go into the fishing collection, you can see the Yeti sword. 6 stacks enchanted packed ice, 32 enchanted iron blocks, and a hilt of true ice. Now, considering that each enchanted packed ice costs 110,000 coins, each enchanted iron block costs 180,000 coins, and each hilt of true ice I think is around 2 million coins. It is a very expensive sword. So that's probably out of the budget for most people. But if you want to just buy one clean on auction house, you can buy it for around 50 million, or you can buy a you can normally buy a maxed one for around 80 million, but there's none on auction right now. But I'm not covering the Yeti sword in this video. I'm covering the dungeon Yeti sword. To make your Yeti sword, a dungeon Yeti sword, you firstly need Catacombs level 28, as you can see in here. And you also need Ice Essence. Ice Essence is very difficult to obtain, and you need 1,000 of it. For example, in total I've collected 1,252 in probably, including all my XP runs and my normal runs, probably close to 2,000 runs. But if you do not have enough Ice Essence, you can always buy off discords such as Dungeon Game, which has a lot of top players, and there are some other discords, but honestly that's the best in my opinion, because if you want 1,000 Ice Essence, that's where all the top players are. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. Firstly, I'm just going to start off by showing you how much damage I can do to some of the bosses. As you're seeing on screen right now, I am swapping between the Yeti sword and the Spirit Scepter, and I am doing insane amount of damage. Like, if you see this Shadow Assassin, it's just dead. In this clip especially, because I've got both the Shadow Assassin and the Lost Avenger on me. They both basically die instantly. But now I'm going to show you some actual gameplay. So I joined in a solo dungeon, and I'm going to place down Jerry to see how fast I can shoot my Yeti sword. I also seem to be doing about 3 million damage per Yeti shot, but still, that's okay. The reason why I can shoot it so fast is because all abilities have a 37% shorter cooldown if I'm playing as a mage. But now I'm just going to ready up and show you some highlights of this gameplay. So first of all, I'm running into a Shadow Assassin, and this is the Yeti sword just destroys through Shadow Assassins, and it can also destroy through tons of mobs, as you can see here, so it's really good for AoE. And as I'm rushing through to blood, I can just kill everything. This basically dominates. I used the scepter with it, but I think that this is broken at this point. Yeah. I'm just killing through everything. Now I'm just going to go into a room and show you how fast I can destroy everything. Also, if you star up your Yeti sword, you can actually deal more damage, but it is very expensive to star it up. But I do know someone for 3-star one, and they're saying they're doing at the start 4.5 million damage with it. Or if that's the case, I might consider starring mine up. So now I just walked into a mini boss room with Shadow Assassin. If you remember the first clip at the start of the video, or like not long ago, it took me a bit to kill that, but because I was playing Berserker, but now that I'm playing Mage, I can simply just destroy through it. Now I'm just gonna go and clear some more rooms. So I'm on one of my final brown rooms, and here's the Shadow Assassin, it's just dead. As you can see now, I'm starting to head towards blood, and this is what in my opinion is the most crazy part, because I can just click a few times, everything's dead. I'm just one-shotting basically everything. Yeah, this is way too broken. Then, if you want to guess what happens next, I go into blood, I die. Yep. But anyway, I'm still going to show you some clips of me fighting spirit bears with other overpowered people. So I didn't have the opportunity to show you how much damage I do at the end of the dungeon, but a reminder, we didn't get enough secrets. So right now, if I place down my inflatable cherry, I'm doing just under around 4 million damage, I'd say. But that one was a bit buggy. It changes a lot. But now I'm going to show you how fast all of us can just kill this spirit bear. So if it spawns in, it's dead already. This is just with 5 people using Yeti sword, and I myself am doing about 500,000 a hit. It's just broken. Yeah, honestly, I think this does need a nerf. But anyway, now if you can just watch the rest of the gameplay. Now I'm going to go into the part where I talk about will this be sustainable in the future. So, do I think this will be sustainable in the future? And do I think it's worth it right now? I think yes for both. This is simply because in the future, the mobs could have 1 million health like the normal mobs, and the actual like mini bosses could have way more. And if I can just go like that and spam it a lot faster, I think this will be really, really good. Because if you 5-star this, I think you'll probably be able to do like, I don't know, 7 million in a hit or something. So if you just spam this and you have the optimal gear, I think this will be really good in the future. One final thing that I am going to talk about is that lots of people are playing mage right now. So if I go into here, mage, archer. No mages in that one. Mage, or mage. The majority of the classes are mages, and you can just see it. It's just broken. Okay, mage is just really good. So you're not going to be able to play as a solo mage. And that means you lose out on that, like, in the future I think it will be like you can just spam Yeti with no cooldown, and it'll just be broken if you have a high enough catacombs level. But if you're playing as a solo mage, then that will be taken away from you. But I still think that in the future, in like floor 6, 5 million health, and you'll need this to be able to one-shot them. You'll just be able to run around going like this, and then you're just killing everything. So, if you did enjoy this video, and if you are going for your Yeti sword, make sure to leave a like, or subscribe. Both would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to try to do more videos. I'm going to go for Catacombs 30 soon, so I can show off like Frozen Blades versus Superior and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you for watching.